security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your business. Handle your business.
Head coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
First down carry here for Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Over!
Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Lucky 56.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10.
Set. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Now back to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. To throw now on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's not a bad idea. Set up in the gun. Send a bunch of guys out wide and let the defense think you're going to try and put one in the end zone. But here, the draw play just gets bottled up from the start, and he'll wind up losing yardage.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're going to face a third down.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be fourth down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Here comes Sherrills. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their...
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And his throw is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And they'll go on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. On second down, Mayfield again. Underneath for Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And an alley to run. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Oh, and now he pulls him over. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Mayfield now on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Spins past him, and he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Landry, the intended target. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch it now, Barney.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this.
Detroit!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. It's his first career game, and now he's thrown his first career interception.
So let's face it, that's very simply his welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it?
Get it out of the way, right?
Get it out of the way, and he hopes it'll be the last for this game and not too many in his career.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On third down, Mayfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule. I'm down in distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Now, that was kind of interesting. It appears this coaching staff really trusts this rookie early in his career. They want to get him a touchdown here in his NFL debut.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
All right, now, lucky 56.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And there he goes again. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll set up to throw, and that's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 6.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. J.J. Watt in there to get him for a loss of 5. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to...
And he coughed it up. And the Ravens have got it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down, eluding the pressure right, and that'll be incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and now it's 2nd down. He misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet, arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they work this out past the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
1st down, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. He finds an opening past the 40, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. Mayfield now from the 50. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. T.J. Green with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Shedding the tackle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And now running right through it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Here comes Sherrills. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Second down, Mayfield. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your number one cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Working out of the gun. Mayfield being chased. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And the Ravens taking the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Detroit!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And they'll run it here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Gone!
Back to throw here. Throw left side complete. It's Black. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the ball is knocked out. And I think the Browns got it. They did. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Detroit!
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Mayfield to throw it, dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. J.J. Watt bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 12 yards is the pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is brought in at the 21.